Following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Cowboys StoryLine with Nick Eatman.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Cowboys StoryLine. I'm your host, Nick Eatman here, and it is game week. It is time to talk nothing but Cowboys and Cleveland Browns. It's finally here. It doesn't matter anything that's happened in the past. It's actually the week of the game. Just like any other week, it's time to focus on that. Sunday, the Cowboys going to Cleveland to take on the Browns in week one. That's the game we've been waiting for this whole time. Now it's here. It's finally time to talk about it. I'm excited to talk to you guys. This is Cowboys StoryLine. We're introducing a new audience this year with Bally Sports, so we'll be able to get the little TV audience as well. And this is how we do things here. We the callers, you guys call in 888-855-2297 and just give us your opinions and tell us what you think. And I'll do my best to join in and see, kind of throw out my opinion as well. But nobody's right, nobody's wrong. We just have a little fun here on the show. We do this every morning here now, and the regular season starts. It's every morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. We going live, and we're taking your calls and your texts as well. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get it started here. And Michael in Colton, California, you always like to lead us off, and you're doing it again today. Michael, what's up?
Let's go. Football season is back. Shout out to the whole Dallas Cowboys family out there. I know Nick. I know you and Chris back there are doing great. Everybody's good. So I'll just go ahead and get to the point.
There we go.
Look, first of all, I just want to say to the rest of my StoryLine family, I apologize if I've ever came off with any kind of negative energy or anything, But I just want to I'm going to go ahead and use Jerry's words. I'm going all in. I'm going to make a couple bold predictions for the season. I think that Dak Prescott is going to go ahead and take MVP of the league, and I think Marquise Bell, our safety, I think this is going to be his first All-Pro year at the position. I think he's primed and ready for a big season. And then I'm going to go ahead and say that I got my Dallas Cowboys going all the way to the NFC Championship game. And I'll go ahead and leave it at that. And God bless everybody. And thank you for having me on. I'll go ahead and listen offline. And you guys have a great day.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. You don't have to apologize for anything or anybody. Hey, we all have a little passion now and again. And I think it was back in training camp, Michael called and kind of, he stirred it up a little bit and said, hey, regular season doesn't matter and only care about the playoffs. And that's fine. We understand that those are the expectations. Everybody gets that. Everybody gets the expectations, but you've got to get there. You've got to bring it in Cleveland this week. You got to beat the Saints the next week. You got to stack those wins together to have that team to go to the playoffs, to go to the NFC Championship game. And I'll say this, Michael, if you're going to take us there, might as well just go all the way. I mean, seriously, if you're going to just go to the NFC Championship game, my thought is, why settle for that? I know that they haven't been there in 30 years, but that year that they went to the championship game, they went to the Super Bowl as well. So I say carry it on through. But, yeah, Michael, appreciate the call for sure. And he's got big expectations for this team. A lot of fans do, and this is the time of year for it. I mean, it's 32 teams feel the same way about their team. Well, maybe not the same way, but there should be some level of excitement. And I think for the Cowboys, even though there's been a little injuries here and there's some free agency losses in the offseason, but I still think when you look at this team, you look at the roster, there's a lot to be excited about. So, all right, let's go to Ian in Amarillo, Texas. Ian, what's up?
Hey, man, this is a first-time caller.
You know what that means. Here we go. What's up?
Go. Hey, man, so the last time I talked to you was actually 10 years ago on the break. I was a senior in high school.
Oh, wow.
And I'm almost 30 now, so that shows how time flies, man, and unfortunately we haven't gotten any further yet, but it's a new season. Like you said, high hopes this year. I just had a quick question for you, kind of a thought-provoking question.
Okay.
Would you rather take Dak Prescott with his experience now going into this year with the whole contract negotiations and how much he's set to make? Or would you rather take Dak Prescott as a rookie? He's still fresh in the league, but with his cap hit as a rookie, those first 4 years, we had a lot of wiggle room. And so I was just wondering, would you rather take rookie Dak going into this year or Dak right now? Appreciate your time, man. Big fan always, and I'll hang up and listen.
All right. Thank you, Ian. That's a good question. That's a tough question because there's a lot more to it than that. It's not just black and white like this or that because I'm gonna say, all right, well, if you're getting rookie Dak, what made rookie Dak so good is that he had rookie Zeke and younger Zeke able to carry the load a lot, and that team was a different type of team. With Jason Witten there and Des Bryant early on and all that. So that is such a tough question because sure you would like. I guess the answer to that is what's changed the most. Has he changed more as a player? Just smarter and better and more accurate and all that. Has he changed more there than he was as a rookie? Or has his contract changed more than it was as a rookie in his first few years? And I would say the contract has probably changed. He was pretty good early. He's really good now. His contract is enormous now, and it wasn't so big as a 4th round pick. So I guess to answer it there, if you want an answer, I would say I would take the rookie Dak and his rookie contract. But there's a lot that goes with that, and that's not reality. Reality is this is what you have, and is he good enough? That's really the question. Is he good enough to take you where they want to go? And I still think the answer is yes to that. All right, Randy in Texarkana. Randy, what's up?
What's happening? I have no questions. I just want to get this week started with I need to set the mood. I want everybody, if you know, you know. If you don't, Google it, and you will know. 99 Woodstock, when Korn comes on the stage and he says, "Are you ready?" And that whole place, there's a million people just up and down, up and down, up and down while the music's going. That's how we need to feel this morning about it is football season. I'm ready to go.
All right.
Let's do this.
No question for you, Randy?
No question, brother. You got all the other folks for that. Just I want everybody else that's calling in today to be hot. It is football season. All the crying about last year, that was last year. New year, new time. Are you ready? That's where it's at. Love you guys. Have a good day. Holler at all my StoryLine fellas.
All right.
See ya.
All right, guys. All right. Appreciate it, Randy. You guys are setting the tone. I mean, this is exactly what we want, in and out. I'm not talking about the burgers, of course. This is Whataburger show. But in and out, you guys are doing a great job. Let's keep it rolling here. Josh in Chicago's next. Josh, what's up?
Hey, Nick. Good to talk to you.
You too.
Didn't get in last week. I'll be quick. I just got to say, I think we're going to have the number one offense again. Mike McCarthy's a great coach. Our defense, I think our linebackers are going to be the surprise to us all and just play out of their minds. And I think we're going 12-5, 4-0. Let's go.
All right. Appreciate it, Josh. There's been NASCAR like in the pits, pit stops have been less than that. This is great. Good stuff. Linebackers. I think that is the spot on defense that you look at and you can just feel better about the entire team. Well, you can make that argument with defensive tackle if you want, but of course, those are some veteran players that we'll see if they still got something left. But the linebacker core is one that has been changed the most, in my opinion. It starts with Eric Kendricks. He comes in. He's a veteran player, but he knows this system with Mike Zimmer. He's been in it really his entire career. There's a lot of excitement about DeMarvion Overshown, and naturally so, coming back from the injury. He's just so long in the way he can just get to the ball quickly. That's kind of what we saw at training camp. Maris Leofau, same thing. I mean, you're basically getting two rookies in Overshown and Leofau. They just want to run to the ball and hit. which is kind of what a linebacker is supposed to do. So those guys, then you add in Damone Clark and, just the entire group of linebackers. I don't know where Marquise Bell's going to fit in. I guess one of the previous callers said he thought he was going to have an all-pro season. That's big time there for Marquise Bell, but I think Zimmer will figure out exactly what he wants to do with him. But it's an exciting time for the defense, and I think those linebackers have changed the most. And don't forget Buddy Johnson. He made the team, and he might be helping on special teams, and he did a nice job in the preseason when he had his opportunity. So a lot to be excited about there for those guys. All right, let's go to Josh in Los Angeles. Josh, what's up?
Not much. First time caller. Yeah, here we go.
All right. You know the drill. What's going on?
Yeah, two things for you. First off, I'm going to make a bold prediction.
Uh-oh.
Cooper Beebe at center.
What?
Pro Bowl year.
Oh, okay. That's bold. That's
right
bold.
Right off the jump as a rookie. I haven't been this excited about the youth on this team in a long time. What I've seen from him, I'm extremely impressed, and I think the combination of him and Martin and Tyler Smith next to him, going to get a lot of push in the middle of that offensive line and could make up for maybe some deficiency in the pop and burst that the running back position has as well. And my second thing, and I'll just take this off the air, just a heads up to you guys. I'm not going to try to sound like a a-hole or anything, but I was watching the Cowboys break, and commercial is spelled wrong on the commercial break screen. It's only spelled with one M, and commercials with two M's.
Okay.
But
two M's.
I'm excited. Two M's, yeah. It's spelled Comerc.
Okay. All right.
IA.
All right. We'll get that squared away. Thanks for bringing that to the air. Appreciate that. We'll get that squared away for sure. Thank you, Josh. All right, Cooper Beebe All Pro, or actually Pro Bowl. That would be bold. The thing about that, and with all these positions, is you've gotta knock out somebody. Whoever that is. It's hard to do that now. The Eagles. Jason Kelsey, I guess, not here anymore. So that's one spot, and we'll see if Biotish has made the Pro Bowl before as well. And there's some good players in the NFC. So he's over in Washington now. But remember the term. He likes the dirt people. Put them in the ground. Do that a lot. Be somebody that those clips are going viral and things like that. The team's got to be winning games, of course, but play with that nasty streak that he showed us in college. Do that, and I think that you've got a good chance. But the team has to play well. He has to play well, of course. Team has to play well, and all that goes into the equation. Then I'm sure it's certainly possible for him. All right, let's go to Kurt in Arkansas. Kurt, what's up?
Hey, bro, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm actually excited this year.
All right.
Especially after they signed Dalvin Cook, because I predicted he's going to be Dalvin Cook of a couple of years ago.
You think so?
Yeah, at least 1,100 yards.
All right. Wow.
And 18 wins total.
You got 18 wins?
18 wins total, 14-3 in the regular season.
All right, that's pretty bold right there. Yeah,
you betcha.
All right, well, you guys are bringing the fire today. A lot of good. Any other question for you, Kurt?
Nope.
All right,
I think we're going all the way.
All right, I love it. All right, Kurt, haven't heard from you in a while. Thanks for the call. He was a member.
Man. Sorry, I missed out a while.
You're good. You're all good. You were a member of last year's All StoryLine team. The callers that called the most and participated the most. Appreciate that. And it must be football season. You're back at it again. Good to hear from you.
You betcha.
All right.
I'm back.
You're back. All right. Good to hear from you, Kurt. 18 wins. That's a lot. Mike McCarthy said yesterday they're planning for. I think he said 21 games. 21 games is what the plan is and that would go all the way to the Super Bowl. That actually is four postseason games there, and so I'm sure there'll be some people that giving him some grief for that. Of why don't you think you can get the bye and all that? If you got the bye, you'd have 18 games. But I think you have to prepare for all of it. You have to prepare that we're going to go out and play 21 games, and that's that would be great. That would be outstanding if that happens. We haven't seen it here before. We're talking about regular season and playoffs, but that's what the players have to do. The players and coaches have to have that mindset. It's good that the fans are bringing it right now as well. All right, next is Chuck D. He's in Bridge City, Texas. Chuck,
Nick, what's up, man?
how you doing?
Great.
Yeah, what you got?
So with this year's draft, we're going to have rookies contributing at 3 different levels. You got your line, cornerback, and then the linebacker. My question was, which one has you the most excited, and which one has you the most nervous?
Of the
For
line?
me, I'm
What's your pick?
I'm gonna say I'm excited to see the cornerback Carson, because
Okay.
we've been having some good luck, and he's got a good coach. And I'm nervous, obviously, about the line, because it's just so much could happen if we have a bust at that left end with the guy from Oklahoma. So that's got me the most nervous.
Yeah, Guyton. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. Thanks for the call. We have a mailbag question on DallasCowboys.com, or it will be going up soon, on which of the 3 rookies kind of worries you the most, and of the starting rookies: Carson at cornerback, Tyler Guyton at left tackle, Cooper Beebe at center. I'm excited about all of them. The one that worries me the most is probably Beebe. I'm talking about just for this game, just for, Cleveland is really good at home. They're a different football team at home. The crowd will be, crazy, and he's got to make the line calls. He's got to get the snap. He's got to block this guy up front. It's a lot happening for him. Now, he does have 2 all-pro guards next to him. That could help. And Tyler Guyton, I get it. He's got to face Myles Garrett, and he'll have a little bit of help, but not all day long. I mean, McCarthy said that yesterday. You can't help it every play, so he's going to have to bring it. Kalen Carson's going to go up against some really good receivers, including Amari Cooper, who's one of the best route runners in the NFL. We saw that when he was here, and that's one that rookies are going to have to be ready for that. Nobody gets in and out of their breaks better than Amari. So. But all that being said, I think that it'll be. I just picked Cooper Beebe as the guy I'm a little bit the most worried about, just because this is a new position for him. He really has never played center in a meaningful game. 2 preseason games, a little bit, but never even in college. So it's all going to be new. It's going to be faster than he's ever seen before. You can make the case for all of them. I picked Beebe there. I'm excited about Guyton. He's got so much length, and that'll help him. He did well in the times he was going up against Micah Parsons in practice. This is going to be a different animal, because there's some bull rushers, there's speed rushers, and then there's Myles Garrett, who's just really good at both. So welcome to the NFL for Tyler Guyton, but welcome to the NFL for all of them. Should be a lot of fun. We're going to take another call before we go to break here. Robbie's in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Robbie, what's up?
What's up, Nick? How you doing, man? How's Jake the Snake?
Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's ready to go. He's excited. He's playing a little flag football himself for the first time this year, so he's excited.
My son started too at 9 years old. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yep. He had to pick a number. He had to know what number to pick, so 4 was taken, so he went with 15. He likes Zeke too. He gave Zeke a high five, so he likes Zeke. So we're going with 15.
Bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. I'd have gone with 33 or 22.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we had to make a quick change, so we went with 15. It's all good. He likes it. He's excited. He's going to be center. He really should have picked probably Beebe's number, because he's going to be the center there, like Rudy, all-time center. Love it.
There you go. Hey, man, I've heard all these questions, man, and I think Beebe's going to be good. I can feel you on the first game that first game's going to be well for the NFL, but I'm worried about our running backs.
How so?
I don't know what I'm going to see. What are you thinking? And a side note, Do you know a guy named Jim Powell, maybe a Hall of Fame announcer for the Braves and the Twins? Worked with Bob Uecker. You're a baseball fan.
That name doesn't ring a bell. Sorry.
All right, not to worry. He's just a buddy of mine. He started a podcast. I was going to ask him questions if you knew him. No worries.
I'm sorry. I don't know a lot of the broadcasters for the baseball. Yeah, I watch a little bit of baseball, but not to that point. So sorry. I bet he's awesome, and I bet that's a great podcast as well. So
well, let's hope so. It just started.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, thanks.
All right, I'll take it off the air and listen to a question about running backs and what you think's going to happen.
All right, Robbie, appreciate it. Boy, running back. That's I've said it before back in training camp that I'm not sure the guy that leads the team in rushing is actually on the roster. And then since then, they've added Dalvin Cook. One of our other callers said he thought Dalvin Cook was going to go 1,100 yards. I mean, he's on the practice squad right now. I mean, that now you can move up to the roster. He could be elevated to the roster for this game. I have a hard time at this point. I have a hard time thinking anybody's going to rush for more than 500 yards or so. It just seems like this truly is a running back by committee. There's good and bad to that. When there's a committee, you can make that argument. If you've got 3 running backs, then you really have 0. People will say that type of stuff. But I think at running back, it is a position that you want to rotate them in. I don't know if you have a special workhorse guy, but I think that you can kind of ride the hot hand. And I think that there will be times where the hot hand will be Rico Dowdle. I think it'll be Zeke at times. It could be Dalvin Cook, depending on how they use him. Who knows if Deuce gets involved there. So I think they've got a lot of options. It's just not what you're used to. What most teams want is they want that one bell cow running back that he's the guy. And he's the guy that's getting it on 3rd and 1. Everybody knows it. I don't know if you have that with this team right now. But again, it's early. I mean, one of these running backs goes for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's the guy. He's the guy for the next week and all that. Like, that's just the way this thing works. So right now we don't know who that is, but it's there. It's open for the taking for who can run the ball and who can take it and run with it, so to speak. All right, we're gonna take a break here on Cowboys Storyline, and we will be right back after this.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboys fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys!
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
Back to Cowboys Storyline.
Mex Tour is back, headed to AT&T Stadium on Tuesday, September the 10th for a showdown between the Mexican and Canadian men's national soccer teams. Don't miss another exciting soccer match in Arlington. Tickets are on sale now at SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing partner of AT&T Stadium. All right, back here on Cowboys Storyline, and you guys have been excellent so far. I mean, the callers just you guys are doing a great job going in and out, bringing the passion, bringing the excitement, bringing the optimism, which is great at this time of year. Cowboys taking on the Browns this week in Cleveland. Interesting Week 1 matchup. It's not the first time the Cowboys have gone to Cleveland to start the year. They did it in 2008. It feels like a lifetime ago, and it was. I mean, T.O. was playing. Felix Jones was a rookie running back that year, and Cowboys went up there and won the game. They're hoping to do the same this week in Cleveland. I think Cleveland's going to bring a little bit more punch than they did before. Maybe the Cowboys can as well. All right, Lewis in Langston, Oklahoma is next. Lewis, what's up, man?
What's going on?
How are you?
Not much.
Working as usual, just like you.
All right.
No, I was calling because I just wanted to think. I was kind of looking at the game ahead and getting excited myself, and I was wondering what were you excited, or what position are you excited to watch the most as this game goes on? I mean, you want to see Dak Prescott, you want to see CeeDee, but outside of like the big guys like Micah and stuff like that, what position are you going to be excited about? Because me personally, I want to see what the linebackers got.
Okay.
And hopefully, if we're watching a lot of linebackers make a lot of plays, that means the D-line and the big boys in the middle are doing what they're supposed to do. So I'm going to try to keep my eye on both of those things. And like always, I ain't going to hold you too long, and I'll listen as I go.
All right. Appreciate it, Lewis. Thank you so much. Lewis in Langston talking about linebackers. That's your pick. That's a good one. That's one that I think we're all going to be looking at that. I mean, you could say the same for every position. That offensive line, though, if the line is doing its job, everybody else can do theirs. And the running backs will be good if the line is good. And Tyler Guyton at left tackle and Cooper Beebe at center. And then, Zach Martin, are you still going to do your thing? Are you still doing all-pro things? I mean, we haven't seen a drop-off from him, and I'm not expecting one this year. So, you still want him to be that guy. I think Terrence Steele at right tackle is going to have his best season of his career. And then, of course, Tyler Smith at left guard. I know I jumped around a little bit, but that offensive line, that's where it starts. That's where, that's where we'll find out what this team's really made of. So I think Cleveland's gonna be very tough. That's a tough matchup for the Cowboys O-line. But it should be a tough matchup for the Browns D-line. And if they bring it like we expect them to, then that's where that game's gonna hinge, is right there in the trenches. All right, Steve in New York. Good to hear from you, Steve.
Hey, what's up, pal?
How are
Great
you?
show as always.
Thank you so much.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Looking forward to the season like I do everyone. I'm actually going down there for 2 games this year. Very excited about that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, the Lions and the Texans, two easy ones.
Yeah, there was a time when you would say that, but I don't know about this year for sure.
Not currently. Not currently. I want to hit you with a trivia before I go, but I just I'm looking forward to this season, and I might be the minority here, but I know everyone was critical of the players we lost and whatnot, Washington going down there and everybody. I'm glad that there's young kids. I'm so looking forward to seeing what the young guys could do. And again, no disrespect to anyone who left the team, but I just didn't want to see the same guys, trotted out there again. And I get 12-5 was great, but I just these young kids, I want to see what they could do. And you never know. You never know, because I know what we had, and
Yeah. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. There's some times where you just need a new voice, or you just need some new excitement. We saw it in 2016. Now that was the quarterback and the running back for the most part. But yeah, like I said to the previous caller, I mean, your offensive line kind of sets the tone for your team, and you still have some guys that are ready to fight. I mean, you have that Terrence Steele and Tyler Smith, Zach Martin. Those guys, they're not new by any means, but you needed some new guys. And again, this is no disrespect. Tyron Smith's going to be in the Hall of Fame. So
absolutely,
yeah, and we know that. And I'm not saying they'll be better at left tackle than what they were, or even better at center right away, but. I hear what you're saying. You needed some more athleticism. You needed some youthful exuberance, and I think that these two guys will bring that.
I'm hoping to. Absolutely. All right, it's quick trivia. I'll be impressed if you get this one. I actually sent this maybe on the text line last year. I'm not sure, but CeeDee Lamb in his career has caught touchdown passes from 4 Cowboy quarterbacks. Who are they?
Ooh, 4 Cowboy quarterbacks. I would.
Obviously, get the guineas.
Dak for sure. Yeah. And then let's see, Andy Dalton.
Yep.
Let's see, Andy Dalton and Dak and Cooper Rush.
Mm-hmm.
And then
now the fourth one is like, I mean, I'll say this. This was his only career touchdown pass.
Okay, so in that game. It was probably 2020, right? It was
correct.
2020. I'm trying to think of that guy that played for the Steelers. That's who it is.
You got it.
In the Steelers game, and I can't remember his name. He played in that Steelers game. I remember the play. It was right around the right side in the corner. Beam. Who was that guy? The backup quarterback. It was a journeyman. He played Gilbert. No.
You're there.
What is it? Who is it?
Garrett Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert. There you go.
Yeah.
That was his
Great
only
job,
career
man.
touchdown.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That was 2020. That feels like a lifetime ago. I remember watching that game in a suite because of COVID. We had to do things differently. Because I was interviewing the players, but I had to be, away from the rest of the media. I remember watching that in a suite, and that was a crazy game. They had a chance to win it.
They did.
Yeah,
they did.
There was a. Do you remember this rookie running back that had like a 65-yard kickoff return in the game? That kind of.
I remember. Yeah, I remember that play. I sure do. Oh gosh.
It was a guy named Rico Dowdle. That's how long ago that's been.
Was it really?
He sure was. Not the weird play where they do a throwback to C.J. Goodwin. That also happened in that game. But Rico Dowdle, it was a kick returner back then. Went through a lot of injuries, and here he is now getting ready to take on a bigger role. But, yeah, good question there. Four touchdown passes from or 2 CD Lamb. Obviously looking to have a lot more here from Dak as we move along here. All right, let's go to Rick in Massachusetts. Rick, what's up?
Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. So I'm all pumped up for this season. So let's go.
Let's go.
I have a couple of Cowboy fantasy leagues names. The one's Here We Go and one's All In 2024. So let's go and get it done. Congratulations on your 25 years.
Thank you.
That's all I got to say, but thank you for everything you do.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's it? That's all you got, Rick?
Yep, that's all I got.
All right.
Thanks.
That's good. Thank you. Good stuff there. Good calling in and out there. That opens up phone lines here, 888-855-2297. This is the time to call. I know you guys say it all the time, how it's hard to get in here. I think this would be the time to do that. We'll take a break here in a little bit, but we still got a little bit of time. I can kind of go back to some of these questions that I had to kind of briefly get to, unless we have another caller. Chris, let me know if we have one. We do have one. So let's go to it here. How about, this is going to be a here we go for sure. Hector in El Paso. Hector.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Actually, not really here we go. Here we go for this season.
All right, that's good. That counts.
Other than last season.
All right.
But anyways, my question is, and I don't know how everybody feels about this one, but I see, it might be just me, I don't know, maybe high hopes, but I see Ferguson being one of those Travis Kelce's, kind of producing, developing into that kind of a tight end. I know everybody's worried about the kind of weapons we have, but I feel he's up and coming still. He's still pretty new in the league, but I think this is going to be one of those years where he takes a bigger step, gives us another weapon to go for, and we need to stop worrying about the running backs, man. The running backs will do good with the line we have. I think we have really good potential there.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I tend to agree with you on that. I think the running backs, it'll work itself out. What you said about Jake Ferguson, he said yesterday about the chemistry that he has with Dak, and they text each other at night, and he says, hey, I want to work on this a little bit tomorrow, and he's like, and Dak's like, yes, let's do that. Let's stay after practice. Let's do that. They have really good chemistry, and you mentioned, Travis Kelce. That would be, if he could get to that level, of course, that would be unbelievable, because Kelce's not only one of the best that's playing right now at tight end, but one of the best that's ever played the position. And the connection there is he really hasn't had a lot of different quarterbacks. I mean, it's been him and Mahomes, and I think you look at Gronk, it was him and Brady. When you have a great tight end, Witten, Romo. Now, Witten did it with other quarterbacks as well, but for the most part, your tight end he's got to be on the same page as your quarterback. And they just got to have that chemistry. So that's where I think it's going to take it this year. If CD's doing his thing and commanding double teams and Brandon Cooks can be there and the running game can be effective, that only opens things up even more for Ferguson. He's got to be able to overpower, if they want to put or smaller corners on him, you got to be able to box them out like you're getting a rebound and use your size. If they're going to put a linebacker on him, you got to beat him. You got to beat him. You got to be that kind of athlete. That's what a great tight end is you can dominate the smaller defensive backs. You can outrun the linebackers. And what makes you a great tight end is that when it is that time that you have to go head-to-head with a big bull-rushing defensive end, hold your own. Not saying pancake the guy, but you got to be able to step in there and do those things. That's what makes a great tight end, somebody that can do all of those things. And I think Jake Ferguson has a chance to do that. All right, let's take another break, our last break here on Cowboys Storyline. We'll be right back after this.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboys fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys!
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
Back to Cowboys Storyline.
Are you the 2024 Cowboys Fan of the Year? I'm talking to you. Are you the Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans to nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboy fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year. Win prizes including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys. All right, back here on Cowboys Storyline. You guys have been amazing so far. A lot of callers in and out. We're going to keep this thing rolling. We got another 10 minutes or so on the show, and it starts with Dylan in Northport, Florida. Dylan, what's up?
Hey, Nick. How's it going?
How are you?
I'm good, man. Good show today. You can tell it's the start of a new season.
Yeah.
That little hook's underneath that roller coaster pulling us up. We'll see if it keeps going up or not.
Dylan, real quick, because we got a little bit of a new audience here. Tell us about the Storyliners on Twitter, what you created and what you guys are doing there.
Yeah, man, I'll go super fast because I know we're cruising along today. Storyliners, it's a community on Twitter. You just go to X. If you don't have an account, just make one real quick. If you do, look up in the little search bar, Cowboys Storyliners. It's a fan-run community by myself and another caller, Irene. And basically, we have about 480-ish members right now. It's growing pretty quick. And we just talk about the show, talk about the Cowboys, a lot of posting going on in there. It's great for people who maybe listen, don't call in. A lot of the callers type in there, too. And we do these things called spaces where we get together a couple times a month and we just hang out. It's almost like a bar-type environment where we just hang out, chat. Nothing really specific to talk about, but just hang out, get to know each other, and talk some football. So go on Twitter, look up Cowboys Storyliners, and you can join there.
All right. That's awesome. And when's the next time you're doing the spaces where you guys are we're all in there and going live? When is that going to be?
We just did one because we had a fantasy football league for the Storyliners that we did. We got 12 people in there. And, maybe next year you and Beamer can join and we can get a little fan versus hosts going on.
I like it. Yeah, we can do that for sure. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Cool. Yeah, we'll probably do one, what are we in, September? Probably mid to late September will be the next one.
All right. Sounds good. What's on your mind, Dylan?
Yeah, I'll go super quick here. We got a lot of worried about Myles Garrett, right? I'm really worried about Amari Cooper versus our rookie here, Carson, on the outside. I know he won't line up against him the whole game, but when he does, it's going to be interesting to see how a route technician like Cooper deals with Carson, or really the other way around. And then just a quick question for you. I'm really excited this year about Jake Ferguson and Overshown. Those are my two guys. What are maybe a player or two that you're excited to see?
Man, I'm excited. Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate it. I think we're all a little bit excited about Jake Ferguson just to take that next leap. He did a huge jump there from year 1 to year 2, but then year 3 as well. Oh, man, I've got a lot of different players that I'm excited to see. I want to see those defensive tackles there. I really liked the first game I saw out of Jordan Phillips, and I thought that he can really help this team because – he was providing a push there. The defensive ends on the outside were not Micah Parsons and Tank. And so if he can really help plug up that middle, and he's so big that you have to either think about a double team or, your running back has to go help and chip there. You can't double everybody. So I think he's going to be the type of guy, then also Linval Joseph in there, Mozzie Smith, Odigizua. Usually I never have a problem with that. I was worried about the new guy that they signed, and here I am messing up Osa's name. But those 4 guys in the middle, almost like 5 guys. I mean, that's how big those 4 are in the middle. And I think that's really going to provide a big push for the defensive line, help stop the running game, and let those guys on the outside kind of do their thing. All right. Another element to this show that I just want to remind you guys on is the text line. We take a lot of callers, but some people cannot call in. They can send text messages, 817-290-3298. That's the text line. You can text us throughout the show, before the show. Chris is running that as well. He's doing everything. He's wearing 37 hats back there, but he can do that. And put the text line question on there. We did get one from Joe in Stamford, Texas. Joe used to call all the time. He's changed jobs a little bit. He can't call like he used to, but he can definitely send some questions. And here's one that he says, what does success look like for this season? For me, it's playing in the NFC Championship game. May be unrealistic, but that's my goal for the team. What does success look like? I think as the season, before the season even starts, I think that's a good goal. I mean, I look at it like win your division. This is something, and yes, they did it last year, but that means that it's probably not going to happen if you just go by history. It's been 22 seasons, I think, all the way back since 2003 and 2004, where the NFC East has not had a repeat champion. That's amazing to me that hasn't happened. So, and the Cowboys obviously won it last year. So history isn't on their side to win that. I think that would be the most realistic goal there. Win your division, be the best there, and then we'll see what happens in the playoffs. Like I told another caller earlier today, that was the same thing. Kurt in Arkansas, he said, "Hey, let's go to the NFC Championship game." Maybe it wasn't Kurt, but we did get that, and I was like, "Let's just keep it going all the way." I mean, why? No, it wasn't Kurt. Kurt had him winning 18 games and winning the whole thing. There was other callers today saying, "Let's go NFC Championship game," and I kind of think that would be amazing. I've never seen an NFC Championship game before, but I do think to me the most realistic goals, is get to the playoffs and win your division. From there, anything can happen. For the Cowboys, we've seen it happen the other way, where unexpected losses like last year. Maybe time is on their side now that they can kind of change it up and they can be the team that goes to the playoffs and surprises people. But that's just a big goal. The goal is to go out and compete. Be good enough to compete for a championship. And that's what you have to do each week to get to the playoffs. And you get there, be good enough to go and win it. All right, the next caller is Nico in Colorado Springs. Nico, what's up?
Hey, Nick, how you doing, man? First-time caller.
All right, man, here we go.
Yes, sir, here we go. So a couple things. I know we're short on time, so I'm going to run through these real fast. First, I'm a corrections officer, so it's very hard for me to get through, so I'll probably use the text line. Second, your book, If These Walls Could Talk, phenomenal, and I thank you for autographing mine. when you first put those out, you did a short thing online, and I appreciate your autograph and your time.
I might have to do that again. Thank you for reminding me.
It's such a great book. If anybody's not read it, seriously, take the time. The forward by Darren Woodson is phenomenal. The book is great. I can't say enough.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. First, favorite wrestler of all time. I'm a 90s boy. I am a Shawn Michaels fan. Can't help it. That's what it is. I'm also now bald today, just like he was. But back in the 90s, I had long hair. Go figure. Favorite Cowboy of all time, Emmitt Smith. It is what it is. I don't care about Barry Sanders. I don't care about all that. No, the great is 22. If it isn't the great 22, it ain't him. I'm just saying. Real quick, I got 2 stories, and then I'm going to 3 stories. I'm going to let you go. Number one, you had mentioned multiple times you love Tony Dorsett. I have a fun story. Back when I was in high school, I met Aaron Kyles. I'm from El Paso, Texas, originally, moved over here to Colorado Springs. And when you move to Colorado Springs, you get some old-school Dallas Cowboys who used to play for the dreaded Denver Broncos. But I met Aaron Kyles' daughter. I apologize. His daughter while working. Her godfather was Tony Dorsett, or is Tony Dorsett, and I didn't believe her. She brought in a photo of Mr. Dorsett holding her as a young baby, and then when she graduated high school, Mr. Dorsett was there, and of course her father was there, so that's a pretty cool story. When you live here in Colorado Springs, the legend of Mr. Chad Hennings is always around. And I just got to say, the coolest thing I've ever done in my life, and if any Dallas Cowboy fan can do this, Mr. Hennings is so cool. He'll do it for you, or he'll do it with you. He let me hold his 3 Super Bowl rings when I met him here in Colorado Springs for Fisher DeBerry's retirement, which is the coach for Air Force football way back. And the last thing, Mr. Eatman, and I'm going to leave you, I was born December 9th, 1984. Unfortunately, we lost to the Redskins that day. It was 30-28. The fun story about that is my mom refused to push unless the doctor put the Dallas Cowboys on TV. So I was born a Cowboys fan, always will be a Cowboys fan. Let's go Cowboys, and let's get rowdy.
All right. Awesome. Good stuff. I remember that game. I remember that game as well. The Cowboys, I believe, were winning 21-6, maybe at the half. And I thought they had that game. They were going to beat the Redskins, and then Washington came back and won it there late. And might have been one of those games that really knocked them out of the playoffs that year, because to that point they'd made the playoffs almost every year, 20 straight years, and so I don't think they made it in '84, and that loss was a tough one. All right, a lot of stories there, a lot of quick stuff. We need to do one more caller before we finish this up. Maurice is in Tacoma, Washington. Maurice, what's up?
Hey Nick, thanks a lot for taking my call. I know we're crunched for time, so I'm gonna get right to it. I'm really excited to see all the great work that this front office has done. I really appreciate everything that they're doing. And I want to know how important is it to you that we make sure that we don't allow Will McClay to get out of this office, and what efforts do we need to make sure that he's locked in? Thanks for taking my call.
All right. Thank you for bringing that up. A lot of people talk about there's about 30 guys that are, on the last year of their deal, players, coaches. Will McClay is as well, and that would be a big loss if he does leave and after this season and go take a GM job. What it would take, I don't know that. I mean, because you can say money, title, more responsibilities. I'm not sure. It might be a situation if he were to leave, it would probably be just like, hey, it's time to take on a different challenge. And if that's what he does, again, we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. I know Will McClay is as committed as anybody to turning this thing, or not turning it around, but to get this thing to the highest level. And I know that's a goal of his, and nobody works harder than he does. And he has a great relationship with the Jones family. So, hopefully that doesn't change because you look at the way this team is drafted and look at how, they bring in some good pieces of free agency. It's not the biggest thing they do in March and April, but they have put some pieces together, and they build through the draft, and he spearheads that, and he's done an outstanding job. All right. speaking of outstanding job, you guys were amazing today. I mean, 15 calls, and I mean that's unheard of. To take the breaks that we did, and to get the first time callers and the stories, and it was amazing. So really excited about the start of this season and where we're headed. You guys have done an awesome job. I really appreciate the guys in the back. Led by Chris Beam, did a really good job today, as always. So remember, every day, 10 a.m. Central Time is when we do Cowboys Storyline, and we'll be back tomorrow at the same time to do that, to talk Cowboys and Browns. We'll see you then.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?